Hey girl, welcome back to OTM. For today's Dreamy practice, we are going to be really slowing things down, focusing on lengthening, on stretching, maybe releasing any tension. And I invite you to drop in, to just be where you're at today. When you are ready, can you meet me in a 4-point kneel? Coming into your 4-point kneel, knees under your hips and hands under your shoulders. Can you just start to rock side to side here? And then can you rock up and back through the shoulders, taking a moment to really release any tension through the wrists, or just starting to check in with how things are feeling. Can you start to draw circles over to the right, shoulders, over the wrists? And then can you change direction, circling over to the left? From here, finding center, drop the belly, eye gaze forward as you breathe in. And then press away from the mat, tuck the chin to the chest as you breathe out. Drop the belly, eye gaze forward, breathe in. Press away from the mat, tuck the chin to the chest as you breathe out. From here, adding in your own spice, your own flavor to your cat-cow. Moving in a way that follows sensation. Don't worry what you look like. And as you start to connect to the breath, can you connect to the body's needs? Inviting the mind to be really quiet and allowing you to notice what's going on in your internal space. Let's just do one more like this. And finding somewhere between the two, doesn't have to be completely flat back, but just something that is in the middle. Inhale as you lift your right hand to the sky, and then exhale as you find your thread. One more like this. Inhale as you lift right hand to the sky. Exhale as you find your thread, and can you stay? Dropping the shoulder away from the ears. And using your left hand to really press down to open the left shoulder to the sky. Taking a full breath in. Maybe creating more space as you breathe out. Inhales, right hand comes back to the sky. Exhales, you come to the mat. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Exhales, you thread. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Exhales, you thread and stay. Dropping the shoulder away from the ears. And perhaps you start to press into the right palm, allowing the right shoulder to stack over the left. Sometimes you might even feel this through your mid-back, across the back there. You might feel it through the chest. And just acknowledge any sensations. Inhales, you lift the left hand to the sky. Exhales, you come back. Can you start to rock back and forth into your child's pose? Let's just go for 3. For 2. On 1, can you find your 4-point kneel, but bring your right foot in between the hands. Lift the arms and start to squeeze the left glute so you can open the left hip. Can you open to the right side with both your hands either side of the body? And then can you come back to center? We do this 2 more times. Exhale as you twist open to the right. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, twist open to the right and stay. Right hand comes to the small of your back or towards your glute, whatever feels better. And then your left hand sweeps up and over as you take a reverse twist. I like to bring my eye gaze down to the right shoulder. You might keep it facing forward, but take a full breath in and start to draw the ribs in. Exhale as you windmill the hands down by your side, framing the front foot. Can you send your weight back into the hips, straighten the front leg, and can you creep forward? Exhale as you press the hips back, straighten the front leg, maybe flex the toes. Inhale, come forward, re-bend the front knee. Flossing between these two shapes, and take your time. Remembering this is you time. So be really curious in the body and personalize these shapes. Last time, can you send the hips back? Can you stay, press into the fingertips but lift the chest, straighten the arms? And you can have a soft bend through the right leg, but see if you can flex the toes. Exhale as you bend the elbows slightly forward fold. Inhale as you lengthen. One more like this. Exhale, bend the elbows, take a little forward fold. Inhale as you re-bend the front knee and bring both hands inside your right foot. Can you heel and toe your right foot away from the hip, maybe to the width of your mat if you're using one. And if you're not using one, don't worry. We just start to rock side to side like we did in your 4-point kneel. On this inhale, just slide the toe, the heel back in line with the knee. And then can you bring the left toe to the right, open up into kind of like a supported warrior two. So we're coming up with the arms. You're bending a lot into your front knee and allowing the hips to really open here. From here, straighten the right leg, left hand comes down, right hand over, and then re-bend as you come up. Straighten the right leg, press into the heel, left hand down, re-bend the right knee, press forward. Again, play around with the shapes. If you have blocks here, you might even want to bring it to the left or the back of your mat to give you a bit more height, a bit more support. Let's do one more and hold in your supported side plank. Right hand comes to the sky. Can you lift through the hips by squeezing the glutes? And just hold for a breath in and full breath out. Can you come back to your warrior two? And then can you take a side angle with your right elbow to your right thigh, left hand overhead? Now personally, I get this a lot of tension through my right thigh. Feels good, but it can be a lot. So remember, you can always back it off. If you do want more, start to open the right knee towards the pinky edge of the right toe to get a little bit more of your inner thigh, your hip stretch. From here, come back to supported warrior two, and then just bend through both your knees, take a seat. Take a moment to let everything settle. And then can you just bring your hands to the small of your back? Can you lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, and then can you take a seat back down? Squeeze the elbows together, lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, take a seat back down. This time, can you stay? I'm just going to turn side on so you can see. And can you drive the elbows behind you, opening through the chest, and start to tuck the toes? Without pressing the hips or the mid-back, can you think about squeezing the glutes, drawing the shoulder blades together, maybe eye gaze comes to the sky. And if that feels okay, maybe you bring your hands to your heels. Camel pose or this type of back bend can be quite intense. And to support through your lower back, keep squeezing the glutes and drawing the belly button in to stay active through the core. If it feels okay, you might allow the head to completely go back, eye gaze to the sky. And on this exhale, tucking the chin to the chest, bring one hand at a time to your lower back if it was to the heels. Take a seat all the way back down. And just finding the hands to the thighs just for a moment to let everything settle. Coming back to find your 4-point kneel. Bring the knees under the hips. You might take a little rock, a little sway. Just for 3. And we bring the left leg forward in 2. Left leg forward on 1 between the hands. Finding your low lunge as you squeeze the right glute to open the right hip. And as you exhale, can you twist over to the left, hands either side of the body. Inhale, both hands come up to the sky. Exhale as you twist to the left. One more like this. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale as you twist and hold. Keep reaching the hands away from the body and pull the belly button in. And then start to bring your left hand to the small of your back. Inhale as you lift the right hand overhead. Take a deeper stretch. Allow the right side body to really open, to lengthen. Exhale as you bring both your hands down towards the mat. Can you start to send the hips back, straighten the front leg? Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you press back. Inhale, come forward. Working between the two shapes here. And notice where you feel this, if you feel it. Sometimes you can feel it through the hip, you can feel it through the back of the left leg. And let's just stay all the way back down on this breath out. Play around with the hands, bring them under the shoulders, but lengthen the arms. Flex the left toes, and as you exhale, take a forward fold, slight bend through the elbows. One more like this. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale as you bend the elbows, forward fold over the left knee. Inhale as you re-bend the front knee and start to bring both your hands inside the left foot. Heel and toe the left foot out slightly, maybe as wide as the mat, just a little bit to open through the hip. You might rock side to side, up and down. You simply might find stillness. And coming back to your breath. If you've noticed your mind starting to drift. Inhale as you heel and toe the left foot back under the hip, under the knee. And then can you just kick your right foot to the left? Finding your supported warrior two as you drive down into the front heel to open the hips. Bend the knee just a little bit more. And then as you inhale, straighten the front leg, bring the right hand down, left hand overhead, and then come back to your warrior two. Alternating between the two shapes here. Let's do one more. Just holding your supported side plank, left hand to the sky. Left leg long and open the hips by squeezing the glutes. Full breath in. Exhale as you find your warrior two and stay. Can you bend more into the front knee, maybe to get a deeper stretch through the hip? Bring the left knee over the pinky edge of the left toe. Side angles, you bring your left hand down, right hand comes up and over. And this time you might feel a side stretch through the right side body. Inhale, bring the hands to a T shape. And then bring both knees down, taking a seat. I'm just going to swivel around so you can see me. And this time, can you find a cross-legged position? Bringing the right hand behind your head as your left hand comes down to the earth. Press into the fingertips, straighten the left hand, open the chest to the sky, to the right. And then as you exhale, can you dome the upper back, driving the right elbow to the left knee. Two more like this. Inhale as you lift, peel open the right elbow, right shoulder. Exhale as you come down, doming through the upper back. One more. Inhale as you lengthen, peel open the right shoulder. Exhale as you come down and stay. Can you drop the right hand to the left knee? And then can you start to creep your left hand behind you, finding a seated twist. You can straighten the left arm if that feels more comfortable. Rebend the left elbow. Bring both your hands to frame your left thigh. So both your hands are coming down. And see if you can square the shoulders off, taking a little forward fold here. Aiming for your right hip to be really heavy. Take a full breath in, staying for your breath out. Inhale as you just windmill your hands to center. And then slowly windmill your hands to the right, but this time the left hand comes behind the head. Straighten the right arm. Inhale, peel the left shoulder to the sky, open. And then exhale as you dome, bring the elbow down to the knee. Inhale as you open, peel the left shoulder to the sky. Exhale as you dome and hold elbow to knee. One more like this. Inhale, open. Exhale as you stay down. Bringing the left hand to the right thigh. And then just start to slide the right hand behind you. Perhaps you straighten the arms for a seated twist. Perhaps you prefer to take a little forward fold. Inhale as you bring both your hands to frame the right thigh. And your hands can be far away or they can be close to the body. Square the shoulders off as much as you can. Doesn't have to be a really big movement. You might bend the elbows from here, taking a little forward fold. And allowing your left hip to anchor down into the mat. So we're trying to stretch all through the left side body here. Inhale as you windmill the hands in front of you. Can you take a forward fold over your crossed legs and allow the head to drop down. Crown the head towards the earth, tucking the chin to the chest. And allowing the belly to be really heavy as it presses up against the thighs or the calves. And with as little effort as possible, rolling through the spine as you start to restack shoulders over the hips. Bringing the hands towards the knees. Slight gentle movements here and starting to come back to the center of your body. Closing down the eyes and see if you can notice where you are in space. If you're leaning to one side, if you're leaning forward or back. Inviting the crown of the head to sit directly over the pelvis or the hips. Listening to the breath as it flows in and out of the body. Sending gratitude, love, and kindness to yourself. And perhaps even thanking yourself for being here, for getting on your mat, for looking after you. And you start to blink the eyes open if they're not already. And from my heart to yours, thank you for choosing you. Thank you for honoring your body. And thank you for moving with me. I will see you next time on the mat. Mwah. Hey girl, thank you so much for watching and thank you for choosing you. Let's start a conversation in the comments about how you went, what kind of classes you want to see more of, longer, shorter, equipment, no equipment, yoga, Pilates, all the good stuff, as I love to hear your feedback. In case you haven't heard, I'll be heading to Bali soon, which means more cool content and cool places for you. If you're new here, hit subscribe, as I don't want you to miss out on the sweet burn of Pilates.